Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery in BL tonight. We're going to kick it off talking about one of Jamaica's largest conglomerates, that's PanJam Investment, declaring an interim dividend for the second quarter here by PanJam. Advisory of their second interim dividend payment, it's 28.5 cents Jamaican per share, payable around mid-June, June 16th. Now, JMMB Group Limited, they've been coming up with those blistering earnings and trading in shares here. Connected Party Advisory, selling down 1 million shares of JMMB Group on March 29th at an average price. Talk about the disclosure here by JMMB of $43.01 per share. That's Jamaican dollars. Now, the advisory gives a lot of information. It further states that the connected party was Concise EI Limited, whose ultimate beneficial owner is actually Mr. Keith Duncan, well known in the financial sector, PSOJ, also, Group CEO of JMMB, so highly respected, well known. Additionally, the 1 million shares represents approximately 0.05%, small amount of the total outstanding common shares of JMMB Group. Carbon Producers Jamaica Limited, CPJ, the earnings continue to fly in the third quarter here, blistering third quarter by CPJ, as not only they continue to rebound, but the financial results improve and skyrocket higher here for the third quarter, with the changes and the efficiencies CPJ implemented during the pandemic now paying off. Operating revenue hitting $28.3 million US for the quarter, up from $12.7 million US in the previous year. Net profit, that's what counts. That's what we like to look at on Business Live. $1.6 million US for the quarter versus a net loss of just under $1 million US in the previous year. Now, these are the numbers, March 31st, 2022, and shareholders' equity, important number here, ended the quarter at approximately $22 million US. Now, 138 student living, a fair second quarter, not as good as CPJ or a lot of the other companies we've mentioned on Business Live so far that have been coming out with those double-digit profit increases. So fair quarter by 138 SL, profits slightly lower though. What are we seeing here by the numbers for the second quarter, March 31st, 2022 as well? Operating revenue for the company hit Jamaican 305 million. That's on the positive side, up from 282 million year over year. Now, the net profit was slightly lower, 95.6 million versus 100 million for 138 student living. What caused this? It was mainly impacted by higher finance costs, really leaping from 55 million to 90 million, for the company, providing the UE housing and so forth. University of West Indies was so important for our students, and 138 student living's current ratio remains really slim, very tight here. Now, TransJamaican Highway Limited, last up tonight, more earnings reports, improving first quarter revenue by 21% here. That's what they needed. That's what you want to see if you're a minority shareholder in TJH. Reported its first quarter results for the end of March. Revenue improved to 14.88 million US versus 12.2 million US in the previous year. And net profit, hit by the increase in operating expenses and taxes for the quarter. Net profit, slightly increased in Q1, 674,000 US versus 575,000 US, but they're heading in the right direction. Top line growing slightly better for the profitability compared to the losses that they had in previous years or so. Now, the shareholders' equity stands at a nice number, 54.8 million US. Now, the debt is roughly 3.5-4 times this number, but that's expected. They're in the infrastructure biz, the infrastructure play. I'm Mark Croskery. Have a fantastic evening. This is Business Live.